This video reviews Big Ideas Lesson 7.2. How can you classify two angles as complementary or supplementary? So complementary are two angles. Two angles are complementary when the sum of their measures is 90 degrees. So 30 and 60, that equals 90. Angles 1 and 2 are 90 degrees or complementary because you can see that right corner. Supplementary angles, two angles are supplementary when the sum of their measures is 180 degrees. And just a little math joke to start out. It says complementary angles, everything's right when we're together. All right, right angles. When we're going to solve for x in an equation like this, to solve what each angle equals, we are going to set up an equation and set it equal to 90 degrees if we're working with complementary angles. So for this one, we are going to take our two expressions, 3x plus 7, and add that with 4x plus 13, and set that equal to 90. These two equal 90 degrees. Now I'm going to think about my like terms that I can combine. If you want to think back to that burger, fries, that fast food ordering, we want to put the things that are like together. So 3x and 4x, so using the commutative property of addition, I'm going to reorder so those two are together. And then I have plus 7 and plus 13, so those are both constants, just numbers. And so I'm going to put those together again using the commutative property of addition. Now I can combine my like terms, so I have 7x plus 20 equals 90, and now I'm going to solve my equation. So I'm working to isolate x, or get x alone, and so the first thing I need to do is get rid of this plus 20 by using the inverse operation on both sides of the equation. These will cancel, and I'm left with 7x equals 70. My last step to solve is I'm going to do the inverse operation, so 7 is being multiplied by x. So I want to divide by 7, and x equals 10. And I could check that by substituting in my value for x. So I'd be putting 10 here to see if this works. So 3 times 10 is 30, plus 7, this would equal 37. 4 times 10 is 40. 40 plus 13 equals 53. Those two equal 90 degrees. All right, 2x plus x equals a complementary angle, or 90 degrees. So I'm going to put 2x plus x equals 90. I can combine these like terms. They're both x. 3x equals 90. I want to isolate that variable. So 3x is being multiplied by 3, so I'm going to divide it by 3. Those will cancel out, and I can see x equals 30. Again, I could check if x is 30, and then this would be 2x, or 2 times 30, that's 60. Yes, that works. All right, a little trickier one. So again, we're going to add these two expressions and set them equal to 90 degrees because I can see these are complementary angles. They add up to be a right angle, a 90-degree angle. I'm going to find my like terms and use the commutative property to rewrite this, grouping my like terms. Now I'm going to combine my like terms, so 8x plus 3x is 11x, 5 plus 8 is 13, and now I'm going to start solving. So I need to get rid of my plus 13 by using the inverse operation, so I'm going to subtract 13. I'm left with 11x over here. 77. Now I see that x is being multiplied by 11, so I'm going to use the inverse and divide by 11 to solve for x. X equals 7. Again, I can substitute this in if I want to check. So I have 56 plus 5, that equals 61. And then I have 21 plus 8, that equals 29. Those two would equal 90 degrees. All right, let's try this one. We have 35 plus 4x plus 7 equals, again, 90 degrees. I'm going to group my like terms. I have two constants, so I can put those together. 35 plus 7 is going to give me 42. plus 4x equals 90. I want to get rid of that 42, so I'm going to subtract 42. Those will cancel out. I'm left with 4x equals 48. I'm going to divide by 4, and I can see x equals 12. I won't check this one, but you could definitely substitute in and check to make sure you're correct. All right, supplementary angles. So this time, because supplementary angles equal 180, that straight line, we're going to set the equation equal to 180. So we know 3x plus 54 degrees will give us 180 degrees because this is a straight angle or a straight line. So I don't have any like terms I need to combine, so I'm just going to start solving. I'm going to subtract 54 from each side. That will cancel out. I'm left with 3x equals 126. I need to divide by 3, and x equals 42. Okay. So again, I could check by substituting in that value to make sure I'm correct. All right, again, a supplementary angle. So this time we have 3 measures. So we have x plus 55 plus 40 is going to get us to 180. I'm going to combine my like terms, so I have 2 constants that I can put together. They're already next to each other, so I can just add them without rearranging. And then I want to start solving. So to solve this one, I need to subtract 95 from both sides of my equation. Those will cancel out. And x equals 85 degrees. And again, I could just check to make sure that those 3 values do indeed equal 180. All right, one last one. So again, this is a straight angle, 180 degrees. These are supplementary. And so we're going to set our equation equal to 180. So I'm going to take the first expression. I'm going to add it to my second expression. Ooh, and we're going to have some subtraction, but don't get nervous. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to identify my like terms and use the commutative property to rearrange so those like terms are together. So I'm going to group 4n and 8n together, 4n plus 8n. And I'm just, in my expression up here, I'm going to change this to, instead of subtracting 10, I'm going to say it's adding the opposite of 10 because I like to switch to addition. So then I'm going to have plus 22 plus negative 10 equals 180. So I'm going to combine my like terms. 4n plus 8n is going to equal 12n plus, I have 22 plus negative 10. So if you remember, same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. So I'm really subtracting that negative 10, the absolute value of those numbers, and I end up with 12 equals 180. And now I just have this equation to solve. So I'm going to get rid of my 12 by using the inverse operation. I end up with 12n equals 168. I'm going to divide both sides by 12 to find the value of n, which is 14. Your job today is to do Big Ideas Lesson 7.2 assignment. Maybe you want to pause and read this math joke today. Have a great day.